Poverty Levels in the World by Mo Shaw. Poverty is when a person lacks a certain amount of material possessions or money. The per capita income in the United States is roughly $22,000 per person. About 12.4% of all ages are in poverty or below poverty. The median income in the year 1999 for households was $41,994. The reason this number is so high is because when people are in poverty, the top percent of the United States financially is so high that it pulls the median up. The richest 20% of people in the world account for 3/4 of the world economy. The poorest 10% of the country account for only 0.5% of the world, while the top 10% account for 59%. This is why poverty doesn't seem like a big deal, because people don't realize it exists. When we see numbers like $40,000 for the average household, we don't realize that the majority of that is the rich, which pulls the average way up. Here's a video showing the US poverty level reaching a record high.
Nearly 1 in 6 Americans are living in poverty. That's the result of the US Census Bureau's annual report. The 2010 data revealed a record 46.2 million people pushed the poverty rate to its highest level since 1993. The number of Americans living below the poverty line has now risen for 4 years in a row. The figures show children under the age of 18 suffer the highest poverty rate at 22%.
On that note, in the United States, 1 in every 5 children is in poverty. These statistics show that children are the ones that are really hurting from the poverty because they are the future of the world. Here's a video on how some children are suffering from the poverty.
Who can tell me what it's like to feel hungry?
It's like hard, you can't sleep, you just like wait, you just go to sleep for like 5 minutes and you wake up again and your like stomach hurts and you're thinking, I can't sleep, I'm gonna try and sleep, but you can't because like your stomach's hurting and it's because it doesn't have any food in it.
It's like a black hole, and sometimes when I don't eat, my stomach, you can hear like it's like growling, you can hear it.
Usually we eat macaroni or we drink water or tea.
My mom will sometimes like make food and then she won't have enough, so at night we'll just eat cereal or something. Other times my parents will fight about money because they don't have enough money to pay the food.
We have to sometimes take food from a church. It's hard because my grandmother's also out of work and we usually get some food from her.
It's kind of embarrassing because the next day you go to school, asking kids if they want this or if they want that. If they have cereal and they haven't opened it yet, you go ask them.
Poverty can cause countries' GDP to suffer if the country is overrun from poverty. It can also affect the governments of different countries because countries have to make decisions of where money should be placed. Goods and money is scarce and there isn't enough for everyone evenly, which is why a large number of people are in poverty. Overall, poverty is a problem and the world needs to do something about it.